All right, let's get the ball rolling. What happened 2 days ago when we tried to podcast?
Are you? Oh shit! You're recording, dude. You weren't feeling it, bro. It was like 3 a.m. and you're acting like a dickhead.
In what way?
I don't know. You're being really like pessimistic and antagonistic.
Mm-hmm.
Antagonistic. I don't know. You weren't vibing, man.
I was vibing. What was I saying to you that like put you off? No homo.
Um, you were just like, this California thing's not gonna happen anymore. And then like, I think was the worst time to tell you about my business, and I told you about it, and then you're just like, fuck that business.
I told
That
you about
business
the
sucks
article.
dick. You ain't passionate about it.
I still don't believe you are, but we're not gonna talk about that because that's between you and you. Uh,
Okay, tell me why. Why you know me more than I know me.
no, I'm saying that's between you and you. That's what I'm saying.
Nah, dude, tell me why you know me more than I know
It
me.
just doesn't. You didn't sell me on it. You didn't sell me on your business. Anyway, no, but you just said the California thing. What California thing? Because we never talked about it on camera yet.
So here, I'll pull it up. I'll pull the idea sheet thing. So you were planning to go to California with a group of friends. And basically you pitched this idea to me. And I was like, dope, let's do it. So it was gonna be like a think tank and like or like a incubation thing. Something like what'd you say, the build your empire house?
Yeah, something like that. Something like just a content house slash get your shit done house. The
Yeah,
intent trying to
so
move into a shitty apartment so our overhead is really low.
damn
And
your fucking email. Who's that?
yo,
Field?
yeah, you should be hitting my line, my email, with notifications.
No, but so this is the concept. We have it written down right here, and it says invite our closest, most like-minded friends to collaborate and build businesses together in the same house, move out of the PA to a major city in Cali or New York to chase our dreams at a low cost whilst enjoying each other's company. I think you wrote that in
No,
college like lifestyles.
you definitely wrote that gay shit, but
Nah, bro,
I'm not gonna
you
talk about
did.
who's writing what. Here's why I wanted to do that. Because based off, I mean, people probably already know if they watched the last episode. If you haven't, go watch that. But I don't believe in college, and so I apply for a gap year still, just in case. You never know if I change over the next year. Plus, we're probably gonna. I'm hearing that worst case scenario, we're gonna be in this lockdown for up to a year from this second right now. So people who are doing freshman college, they're probably not even going to get the full year, maybe not even half the year. So I'm thinking if we're going to be in an incubation period that long, I'm not going to spend my freshman year online if I do go. Secondly, even if this wasn't happening, I wasn't even sure if I wanted to go. So I wasn't just gonna sit on my ass and stay home and just like do like what every other bum does when they don't go to college. I'm gonna go and explore, and that kind of like lights a fire up my ass, pause, under my ass, and it'll get me to explore, and I'll probably live a better life than 99% of the fools going to college. That's my logic.
Well, granted, you'd have to do something exploring.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people don't go to college, but also don't do shit. They just go work a nine to
Which is
five.
why I wanted to go to LA because it's pretty much impossible. If I don't have help from anybody, it's pretty impossible to just sit on my ass all day unless I become homeless or live out of a van, which is not happening. I would never let that happen. So it'll, it's not. I'm not going to not do anything.
I mean, I like the idea, and that's why initially I wanted to get like I wanted to join at least for the summer before school started.
I feel like the summer doesn't help though. So like if I'm going to go now I have to rethink how I'm going to go about it because if it's me and I don't have any guaranteed people to go with me, so now I have to like plan around that. And now me going to LA is going to be deferred. Either way, it's probably going to be deferred with the lockdown anyway. But now it's going to be deferred whether or not the lockdown ends soon.
Yeah.
So now I have to save more money. Now I have to have a bigger cushion. I have to have more of a plan. I have to think about what job I might have to get or some type of business I might start along the way. This podcast that we're doing, the YouTube channel I keep putting aside, but I want to start.
Well, the one nice thing is like we could do this podcast anywhere in the world now, like especially now that like the coronavirus thing happened. Like this like shining opportunity that people can like record with a co-host almost like anywhere in the world.
Yeah, so with the LA thing, I'm just gonna have to wait and just keep saving and just wait. I still want to kind of do that food truck.
I told you, I'm not feeling the food truck.
I like food trucks. I'm a food
Is
truck.
it for the free food?
Probably, yeah. My own free food. I was thinking I started a Mexican one, but I'm not Mexican, so I don't know if I could do that.
Yeah, you can pass it. Just be like,
No,
oh, what's up,
if I go to a food truck, me personally, if I go to a food truck and I don't see Mexicans back there, and it's a Mexican food truck,
you can pass as a Mexican, bro.
nah, I don't see that happening. But also, I wouldn't be able to pass as a Tunisian food truck either. The Arab one, nobody would believe that. Even a Puerto Rican one, barely. Would I? Puerto Rican, yeah.
Dude, Puerto Rican, Mexican. You can pass it off. Trust me.
Anyway, moving from there. So tell the people why you're going to college. Rundown. We don't have to talk about it for like a long time. I don't think we ever like concluded.
To be honest, like I lean towards college. I don't know. I think maybe the inner like subconsciously I kind of like it. Even though you might say that I hate doing homework and stuff. But I think subconsciously I do like school. And that's something I found out about myself. Right. Even though like, you know what I do hate? I hate trying to catch up on late assignments and like when I don't do assignments, trying to catch up and like trying to bring my grade up. That sucks. But when I'm on top of my shit and I'm actually learning, I actually like school.
Oh my god, that's crazy that you say that because Gary, I literally just watched a clip of Gary and he was like, everybody thinks they're happy and everybody thinks they like what they're doing in their subconscious, but really they don't like it because they have those moments where they think about not doing that thing. They have those moments where they're like, why the fuck am I doing this? I fucking hate school. And they're going to say subconsciously they think they like it, but really they don't. But that's just a way of them saying they like it. Right or wrong?
You got to explain yourself.
Did I just mind fuck you?
So what'd you say? You said, so you at first you were like supporting me in a sort of way, and then you sort of flipped it. I don't get what
I was never. So you know I don't support you with college, but
yeah, I don't know. Just because it gets hard, I might be complaining about it.
School isn't.
I don't think I hate it.
But school isn't hard though. It's not. Just a little bit of effort and a little bit of application, and you're doing well. I have put very minimal effort. You know this throughout the year, and I'm somehow still passing. Somehow, miraculously, I don't know how. Very minimal effort. So put a little bit of effort, a little bit of work in, and you're going to be a straight A student as long as you're consistent with the work.
Yeah, I mean, where we differ is you think there's absolutely no value in school, and that's just false.
You make.
Yeah, but there is also value in the content you learn.
I don't believe that.
If you're there to learn it,
all you want, but I would never believe that ever.
Hi. Welcome to my first YouTube.
Yeah.
Nice YouTube.
What?
You have to plug that.
You got that judgmental face on you.
What? From what?
I just sent you the YouTube video.
Yeah, I didn't know it was gonna be you, so I kind of like got shocked. No, but like the content that you learn, if you want to be a businessman, go for business, and you're gonna be like that corporate guy. But if you think you want to be an entrepreneur, I still don't see a way for entrepreneurship fitting in with school.
So there's no entrepreneurs that went to college?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying the curriculum that colleges or high schools offer for entrepreneurship is bullshit. It's
But
BS.
if you think about it,
Really corporate. It's like really down packed and like guaranteed. Like this is the straight path to being an entrepreneur. You have to know this. You have to know how to.
if you think about it though,
Why
if
do
if
entrepreneurs need to be able
so
to?
what I mentioned in the last video, in the last podcast, was my end goal was to basically expand, right? And expand the family business. Yeah. And right now it's a startup. And I have to find a way to corporatize that or put some structure to it, an organization, to basically expand it to greater lengths. So I do need that corporate side that you're talking about.
But I also don't think college could teach you the corporate side. The professionalism. There's not a course on how to be professional in a meeting. There's just not. Is there? Can you look that up? Is that a thing?
I was going off what you said.
Is there a course to be professional? I'm saying it teaches you like the straight edge path. Like it's hard to explain. They're teaching you a curriculum of
Well, I'm going to learn
you know,
economics and accounting, which will be helpful.
explain.
Economics, math equations, accounting.
Which you need high school math to be able to run a business like your dad's. High school math.
Yeah, but more theoretical stuff, bro.
You hire an accountant to get your accounting shit done.
Yeah, but you don't know what he's doing unless you know his job.
Best. You hire people to do what they do best to get to do a good job, because being a jack of all trades doesn't work. In the beginning, it doesn't work. And I know that's what you're
in
trying
the beginning, it works best.
I don't believe that. I mean, sometimes if you're stretched on money, yes, sometimes, but you have a foundational base on your family business that can afford to pay an accountant, obviously. Or else
Why would you pay someone else if you could do it yourself, and you do it best yourself?
You're telling me you want to become an accountant for your dad's business?
I'm saying I want to do everything, or at least know about everything happening.
You can watch a few YouTube. You could do an online course on accounting, a short course that gives you the rundown. Come on,
because you've bought courses for accounting.
Because I don't care to buy a course for accounting. That's why I haven't done it. Because I know you could just hire the best of the best to do what they do best. They get the job done really well,
dude.
And from there, you don't
know there's not an alternative to online, an in-depth alternative online to college.
There are
videos, but there's not.
It's a stigma that the content that college teaches is there's a barrier to getting to it, and you have to pay a high tuition to get to that content. Can you break down?
Yeah, hold up. And that's where you're getting it wrong, because I'm not going to be paying tuition.
But still, you think that this barrier into college, the fact that you have to work 4 years to be admitted and get that scholarship.
Yeah, but those 4 years are not going to be lost. I'm still going to be doing things. I'm not going to be sitting on my ass.
I'm not talking about college. I'm talking about the 4 years you just spent in high school.
Yeah.
4 years you just spent. You think that that's your barrier to entry. You have to work so hard to get to that accounting class, which isn't going to serve you any more well than an online course teaching the same thing.
You're missing out the teachers, bro. Some of the teachers are like, if you have a teacher, that'll enormously help you, instead of just listening to some guy on the internet or just looking it up yourself, bro. A teacher,
I don't know, man.
You're misunderstanding the value.
No, I don't.
Just an actual teacher sitting there.
I 100% know that the content of college is easily accessible anywhere else, and for probably a way cheaper price, even including your scholarship. And I think that there is value in college in the sense that the relationships you build with the teachers, because the teachers know all the people who went off to be successful. Imagine Bill Gates, college professor.
Agreed.
But that's it. That's the only value I would see going. If I was to go, that would be my goal. I would pass. And the fact is, the only value that I personally see is the relationships with certain professors, not even all of them. Like there's gonna be the fucking crackhead professors who don't do shit, who don't even they were such a bad teacher that the people who did go on to be successful didn't even want to stay friends with them or have that connection. So like even at that, it's not gonna be every teacher that's gonna be a good connection for all the other people, that graduated and went on to do big things.
But no, at the end of the day, I'm going to go to college because I feel it. And if I'm wrong when I go, I know I'll be wrong.
You ain't going nowhere, bud. You're going to be doing that shit on your laptop, okay?
That's what you think, but you don't know if, like, during the summer, if
it's all speculation.
Virus, because you know the SARS virus. Interestingly, it died out after 1,500 cases, and it was
all speculation. We don't know. Neither of us know. Neither of us are scientists.
Exactly.
I think it's going to go on 2-3 more months. You think it's going to end in
but your opinion's shit compared to a scientist.
Today they're both opinions.
Even scientists don't even know, to be honest.
That's what I'm saying.
They were telling us.
So then what is
it? That means
if scientists don't even know, then what's your argument? That we're both wrong, astronomically wrong. So then
I'm an optimist. You're a pessimist.
What the fuck? We're fighting off a virus. What does that have to do with anything?
I believe
my optimism is going to stop the fucking virus, Hector. Oh, let me be optimistic. It's going to end tomorrow, Hector. Is it over tomorrow?
Oh,
I was optimistic before it even came to the U.S. that it wasn't going to come to the U.S.
You're more susceptible to be infected if you're scared of it.
I don't think
your negative emotions bring your immunity down.
No, the virus does not discriminate.
I just don't believe, and also I don't believe that
everything we talk about
playing video games and just like sitting around doing nothing is gonna like help the situation.
Am I too overly passionate about what we're talking about?
Yeah, I mean,
whoa. Why are you coming at my throat like that? Is this what this podcast is about, or are we gonna talk about real shit?
Well, no, I'm just saying. Like it's got to do with pessimism and optimism.
It seems like you're coming at my throat.
No. Ready? Listen to me. Because if you're pessimistic, then why the hell do you have to like try to get out? Like, and it will end, right?
I didn't say it wouldn't end. I just said I don't think it's going to end as fast as people think. I just don't believe that. There's a lot of people who are saying that. There's going to be a lot of people die. Dude, we're only on the first wave of coronavirus cases that the hospitals can barely manage. They can barely keep up with the demand right now. And we're only flattening the curve by staying at home. Is that pessimistic? Because I'm looking at the numbers and I'm thinking the numbers are still going up even after putting the whole world on lockdown. The numbers are still going up because that's how easily this thing spreads. Figured. What's the business Entree podcast without an entree? I'm ready. All right.
So you're just going to be chewing into the mic?
Fuck you.
People are listening on.
I think people like hearing me eat.
I think we should just move on to this topic because the reality is I'm going to college and I know.
Here's my thing. I just think we didn't finish off the topic last time, so I wanted to conclude it in this episode. So that's my thing.
And apparently you get very heated too.
No, I get passionate. There's a difference. I don't get
So heated. I started my first so I opened my LinkedIn page.
Ooh. Okay.
I'm going to start promoting some stuff on there.
Okay.
I'm not going to talk about it.
Okay. What is it, like a 5%?
Maybe I'll put this podcast up there. See if people are what?
We gotta post our podcast content on LinkedIn.
Just
like, are you talking about a clip of me like shitting on you, or like this podcast?
No, just like all the podcast episodes.
Okay.
Just like maybe like run them against ads at VaynerMedia. Just all the employees of VaynerMedia and just run this podcast.
What's the point of that?
What?
What would be the point of that?
If we're actually good, we get promoted.
By who?
Well, I was looking, and a lot of like the VaynerMedia employees are like all like entrepreneurial. So if you promote a podcast like this or like an entrepreneurial podcast, like that's where you find like an audience.
These motherfuckers are working for Gary Vee. You really think they're consuming content? Their boss is Gary Vee. They're working 18 hours a day doing this shit.
Jessica Alba doesn't have a profile picture for her LinkedIn page.
I get Gary Vee on that shit, man. Is she at least posting content?
I don't think so. The company she has, how many people does she have working for her?
Who even is that? Who's Jessica?
Jessica Alba? You know who Jessica Alba is? I don't know how to explain her to you. Do I need to share my screen? Can I do that? She has a TikTok. So apparently she does listen to Gary Vee.
Okay.
You've definitely seen one of her movies.
Oh, she's an actress.
And she owns a company too. This is her.
Wait, what movie have I seen her in? Fantastic Four, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, so she owns. Look at her net worth.
Well, first off, never believe Google when it comes to net worth. You know that.
Let's look at the company she owns.
Yeah, but let's see what Google thinks she makes.
So this is the company she owns. Right here.
The Honest Company?
Yes, sir.
What does it do?
Ready?
Wait, does she work for Gary Vee too?
What's up?
She works for Gary Vee?
No, she's friends with Gary Vee.
Okay.
So it's like, here, ready? Let's go. I don't want to get this wrong. A wellness brand empowering people to live happy, healthy lives, where they just use like ethical ingredients, like it's like vegan stuff and like not chemicals and like sunscreen.
Oh, okay.
You want to see the value of this company?
Dude, that thing probably makes $10 million a year at least. Dude, that's
Honest company value. It's valued at $1 billion.
$1 billion? They did 250 million in sales in 2016?
That is 2016.
Bruh. They're probably doing really well right now because it's e-commerce. People probably came across her shit. She's probably targeting a lot of ads.
Yeah, so $350 million? Probably. Dude, I was watching, apparently they announced Kanye's a billionaire now.
No way. What? Bro, I thought he lost a shit ton of money trying to launch his brand.
Kanye West is officially now a billionaire.
I thought his merch wasn't selling.
Fuck these ads, bro. Yeah, so let's see. Yeah, bro, he's officially at a bit over $1 billion.
No way. That's crazy. Well, Kylie still beat him to it, so he's still a bitch. Do you think it's possible to measure how much Kylie actually did by herself to get to $1 billion?
May have a self-made rate on the Forbes 500.
Because I feel like, yeah, she did it herself, but like, who built the foundation of the family? The Kardashian family, the brand.
Was it? It's her dad. Her dad was a lawyer. Not the Jenner.
The brand.
Rob Kardashian was a lawyer for O.J. Simpson during the trial.
Yeah, but Kris Jenner was the one who brought up who like started the Kardashian brand.
Yeah, but they wouldn't have been influential and like new people in California and Hollywood if her dad wasn't like a celebrity lawyer.
Oh, he was a celebrity lawyer because he only helped celebrities.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I mean, he defended OJ in one of the biggest trials in the world.
I didn't know all of his clients were.
Yeah, this dude
I've seen him before.
right there.
Isn't that the guy who like did Olympics?
Nah, bro, he
I'm kidding.
defended OJ.
I'm kidding.
What does this say?
No.
No, but well, get out of here with that transphobic.
I'm not transphobic. That just hit me hard. Pause.
Okay.
I just was not expecting rated R content on my screen just then.
You're just chowing down on food right now.
Do you hear it?
Little, not bad.
I apologize. Is that Cardi B?
It's Kylie.
I'm kidding.
Dude, not gonna lie, she looks like Cardi B in that picture though. I think my computer just froze. Can you still?
That's crazy that she's 22. That's absurd.
22, bro.
Is she still 22 right now, or was that article written like 2 years ago? I feel like she's been a billionaire for a while.
This article is written in April 7, 2020.
Dude, that's literally like last month or this month. Bruh, why is he writing this article just now?
I don't know why I went this rabbit hole. Yeah,
Yo,
fuck it.
so what made you donate $50 to the All In Challenge?
You're really calling me out.
No,
I sort of had the.
In the beginning, you were like, dude, we can enter this. We can enter into every single one for free. I'm like, bro, why would you want to do that? It's like charity.
Because it's 100 entries for $50. Or yeah, it was 100 entries, and you can get 10 entries for $10. What? I'm sorry.
I said, imagine how many people are not spending $50 on entries.
Well, see, it was $10 for 10, right? And it's $50 for 100. So am I gonna sit there and pay $1 for each entry? Or am I gonna pay 50 cents for each entry?
Yeah, so you got more entries in for cheaper. That's good.
Yeah, and I donated more money. And then I can feel good about myself.
You might wait. So did you buy the one with Gary Vee?
Of course I did.
I'm gonna put in 100 into his.
$100. That's like a hold up. All in challenge. I think that's 1,000, but I also didn't want to put $100 in.
I think the value in that package is insanely high, and the fact that he's not doing like a giveaway thing. He's doing
so
like,
100 is still the same value for 50 entries. It's
okay.
So if you pay $100, you get 200 entries. So it's still 50 cents.
It's still not that bad.
But you got to realize it's unless you're going to get like 10,000 entries, you're not really going to get a chance. Like you have an equal chance at 10, 25, 100, 200. Like there's slight differences if like millions of people join in. Like how many people do you realistically think are going to try to get this?
Well, a lot. Of course, a lot. But also at the end of the day, it's still for charity. Did you see what Mr. Beast did with the rock, paper, scissors challenge tournament?
I did, and I watched it, bro. Jack Black, Nate Shot, who was the Casey Neistat.
Dude, I'm surprised that it was actually entertaining. I thought at first when I heard it, I was like, dude, this is a dumbass idea.
How many entries are you gonna buy? You said 100, right?
I'll go for 100, but maybe depending on how I'm feeling at that moment, I might go down to 50.
Yeah.
No, but like
I don't know. During this time, I feel really cheap. Like I'm not buying anything.
well, because your income's low. But
This is true, but I also think like no, I think that's it. No.
um,
But how much were you spending like January? How much you make? If you're willing to
let me pull up the numbers. Profit or gross?
gross.
January. I
Or total.
I didn't start tracking my income until February, so like it says
So,
zero because I didn't download it until February.
so how much you make February?
4,200.
What the fuck?
March I made 3,100. April, we're in April, right? It's marked up to 1,800, but I haven't tracked the last 2 weeks to be honest.
So I
1,800
made $0 January. February I made $0. Then we had March, right? March I made $0. This month I made $1,500. I made $1,900.
Please explain to me how the fuck did you go from making like 8,000 a month last year to like zero this year?
We're in a
see-
lockdown, so I can't do much stuff. I'm not hanging up
That didn't
TVs.
start to happen until last month. So that means the first 2-3 months you weren't doing shit. What happened? You
Depression.
talk about December, November, October.
Well, I wasn't doing much December also. I was also failing. Like, I think I stopped exactly. I think it was November.
After what? I thought you had residuals coming in. I thought they were like recurring payments.
Well, you have to fix them if they're broken. But I stopped November, right? Because I was failing 3 classes.
Okay.
I'm serious. I was failing 3 classes.
Okay.
And I didn't really care until December came around and they took away Kairos from me. And then, so they said you can, if you bring your, what?
Oh, because you were failing, they took away Kairos?
Well, I couldn't lead Kairos.
Oh, okay.
So then, well, Kairos is a retreat for basically seniors that just like, it's a reflection retreat. And I can't really say much more. But the idea, so they took it away, and unless like I brought my grades up. So then I brung up my grades and I passed all 3 classes again. And I got to do Kairos in January. So, and now after that, I only started, and then the coronavirus thing happened, and everything went to shit. And I also, before that, I was working for my dad, but that's like basically for free. I don't know. I feel like I also stopped getting paid for my dad because I was doing a lot of like IT work for him. So like passing Cat 6 cables, and I had another kid working for me with me, and I was paying him
a lot.
It's like $15 an hour.
Oh, my heart just stopped for a second. Holy
$15
shit.
an hour. But I also, so I was only getting paid $15 an hour. So if I worked like 11 hours, then I'd only pay the kid and I wouldn't have any money.
But
left.
what if you work? Wait, where were you getting the 15 from? From your dad?
Yeah.
But
he wasn't letting me charge more. So I was not getting paid. But it also, by like the end, this was like the reason. So I started one project in September, which is basically running all the TVs and all the network infrastructure at Warrington. And I worked more than like 80 hours a week on that because I don't know. I feel like there was the balance between doing it cheap and then just having exponential work, right, for you. So I would do it because like my dad wanted it cheap. Then I'd do the harder job, which would take more time. And that sort of affected my grades because I'd be, instead of doing schoolwork, I was out at the pizza shop working on this thing. And it fucking sucked. So my grades failed. I was failing my grades.
Fuck your grades.
Well, yeah. Until they take away Kairos, and now this is the one
You
thing
need
I've
to
been waiting
pass
for.
Kairos,
This
right?
is the only thing I cared about, bro. Like Kairos is one of those retreats, and it sucks that you're not going to be able to go on it, or if you are, then it's not going to be the same.
Be in the summer.
No, but like I think it was one of the like, it's like, dude, just on life. Like it really helps.
Bro, I promoted my podcast in Spanish class online. Everybody's like, dude, that was a good podcast. Typing in the chat. Mr. Lyons goes, all right, stop talking about his podcast.
Who listened to it?
Like literally, like I'm talking about the one that I promoted on my Instagram. The other one.
Oh, the EOL one?
No, it's my brother. I mean, Elo is my brother, but
Oh, no, really?
yeah.
The
So
PvP one?
yeah, you remember when I promoted that?
Yeah.
Literally, like half the kids who follow me on Instagram watched it, or at least they watched the clip on my Instagram, on my brother's Instagram.
Oof.
So they saw the general gist of it, the general jizz of it.
Chill. Nah, but I don't know. I also wanted to get a greater independence and sort of like I was learning a lot, but I also didn't want to be at the control of my dad.
Okay.
So then from January on, I sort of stopped doing everything that related to my dad's business. And to be honest, I didn't work at all.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't do anything. I had midterms January. January was a breeze because I had Kairos and then midterms. And then February was I didn't do anything. March I didn't do anything. To be honest, February was just partying. And March was a little bit of the same.
Talk about that experience. How's partying?
It's empty.
Like you said, it's escapism.
Yeah. So maybe like I don't know. I didn't really like I don't know. I haven't really thought about it because I was sort of running away from something and I don't know what it was. I think
School.
I sort of fell into the trap again of not doing assignments. So a lot of assignments piled up and the only thing I could do is just escape from them. And that's what I hated and I think that's what I complain about. Instead of actually doing my shit and getting my shit done. I don't know. I feel like I'm talking to myself here.
Bro, I'm just fucking listening, dude. Chill. Stop getting your panties in a bunch. Jesus.
All I hear is
Is it really that loud?
I mean, I can hear it.
Come on, no way. People just heard me eat for 10 minutes.
They're what if like you know how Zoom like will cut someone off if someone's like talking louder.
Oh no.
What if that whole entire section is just you chewing and like me trying to talk and it's really silent?
Oh my god.
No, but I think fuck man. I like school and I enjoy going to school.
So since you enjoy school so much, what happens after you're done school?
Dude, do you honestly know what you're doing after those 4 years?
No, that's why I'm not going to college. I don't know.
Yeah, but it doesn't take. Dude, explore different options, right? If I'm gonna, I can't just make a blanket decision, right? You're gonna take a gap year and then you're gonna go, right? Or you're not gonna go, but you're gonna explore you still have that option open, right? I didn't apply for a gap year.
You have the chance. You could request one within the next 4 days.
Do you keep your scholarship?
I have no idea.
Well, that would be a big.
Bro, if you saw so much damn value in college, you wouldn't mind paying.
I mean, no, I wouldn't take bad debt to go to college.
What happened?
Like, there's a difference in between going to college for free and going to college for $200,000 in debt.
Yeah,
Bro. So you're starting off with a negative $200,000.
which is not a good business move for an entrepreneur.
Yeah, but I'm not going to be in debt.
Huh.
It's free, bro.
What happens if your grades slip up because you're doing entrepreneurial shit in college?
I drop out.
So even if you're failing in entrepreneurship, does that mean they take away your scholarship?
Well, I have to get below a 3.0, which is pretty hard.
Isn't that like a 70 in every class? It's not hard to get if you slip up if you're focusing on something else.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think so. I think how much max classes you have? You have classes 4 hours a week, right? 4 hours so one 4-hour class a week. Then you're done with that class, right? And then there's like 2-hour here and there. And most of the time is just free time. And as long as you know how to time manage, you can do all your assignments.
Most of the time it's free time so that you can use that time to make up big assignments for your bitch-ass teachers.
Yeah, but how hard is it to get an 80 on a project?
Yeah, until they say read a book, have it done by Monday, and it's Wednesday. Or like
that's not usually they give you enough time where it's realistic. They're not going to fucking smother you with homework.
I don't know, man. I know this girl who goes to Temple. It's not as easy as you think.
Well, coming from LaSalle, a lot of the kids I know that went to college are like, yeah, it's a cakewalk.
All right, that's fair enough.
So, I mean, maybe that girl that goes to Temple, I don't know where she went, but maybe she wasn't challenged in high school.
Let's not even talk about that. Let's not even talk about that. She's probably listening right now.
But I don't know, man. I feel like I'm talking a lot about myself, not letting you talk.
Seated piece of shit. Let's talk about your YouTube channel.
Oh, so talk more about me.
Yo, let's talk about your YouTube channel. What is what's gonna be like?
No, we're not. I don't. I'm gonna get a couple more videos down, and then I'm gonna promote it.
You don't even know, like, bro. We're not even promoting this podcast yet. Nobody's watching this shit right now, right this second, for like at least another few weeks. So what the fuck is your YouTube channel about?
I don't know. I'm just gonna start posting videos, and I'm gonna build consistency for my videos, and then I'm gonna get more.
Posting about. What are you interested in posting about? What the hell? Why do you go silent?
I didn't hear you. It cut off.
Ah.
I don't know. Sort of just gonna post videos for consistency and see what sticks.
So what's your first video?
My first video is the idea.
About the business you're starting?
Yes.
What business are you starting? This is not a trap. Just talk about it freely. Come on.
I don't know. I talked about it last time.
Oh my god. Just fucking talk about it. Stop being a weenie.
Fine, you talk about your scholarship.
That requires talking about numbers, and I'm not really good with numbers. You know that.
Explains why our first business failed, you know? Let's talk about our first business, bro.
I'm just a pizza boy, man. I don't know shit.
All right, so me and Zach started this company called Chargeaholics. And
oh no, the cringe. The cringe. That's not a bad name though. And I came up with that name too. I'm a creative son of a bitch. What wasn't creative though is selling chargers online. That was not creative.
You know what wasn't creative? Also not manufacturing those chargers online and getting Obello to ship all our products. That wasn't creative at all.
Terrible.
And it would take 30 fucking days to get your fucking $20 charger.
All right, so let's explain.
That was like this big.
What's the dropshipping model?
The dropshipping model is basically you get an order. You go direct. You're sort of a middleman. So you market the product and you buy the stuff from China, product by product.
From China. You don't even have to put up your own money because the money loads in if you know what you're doing.
Yeah, so You're not. So you're doing a direct to consumer business, and someone buys a product from you, and then you order that product from China and you ship it directly to him without you ever touching the product, which is the key thing. You're never touching the product.
Which is a
So
scam.
you don't know this. What?
So basically, we were running a scam. After hearing you talk about the dropshipping business model, I realized that we were a scam. Yo, how many?
'Cause
So for how? When did we get our first sale? How long were we working on it before we got our first sale?
well, no, we got our first sale really, really soon. Like I remember doing. What were we doing? We were the first time we did an influencer ad or like an influencer partnership. We got sales fast.
Nah, not the first.
Yeah, we did.
Not the first 2 or 3 influencers.
I guess I don't remember. Remind me.
Once we hit the bigger influencers, like the micro influencers with like 200,000 followers, which we're not going to name, then we finally got sales. But we had to wait like 10 hours to get our first sale, which was trash. And from what I learned from watching YouTube videos about it, you're supposed to get them right away if it's a winning influencer. Maybe we should have tried more influencers, but we ran out of a lot of money really fast.
The problem is you weren't invested into it, and I was primarily invested into it. So you would buy back the shares of the company after basically, like you'd pay yourself in after we started the business.
Barely.
Yeah, and then the business went to shit, and I was out a lot of money.
How much money?
The problem is if you could reflect the same amount of money I had, then I think we could have done more money. Or like you could have like, I don't know. It was weird because I also didn't have much money back then. Because this was like June.
Stop fucking lying. You were balling, man.
Yeah, but $1,000 still $1,000, bro.
You were balling out the fucking ass, man. How much were we making?
Also, when you spend $600, bro, and you don't see anything in return, that hurts. You fucking burn $600, especially when you're not the one in control of it.
That's
You realize that? Like, what if you gave me $800 to put in the stock market, and I put it into Delta, and Delta went bankrupt? Like, what if you gave me $800 tomorrow?
I actually recently just lost some money because I sold a bad phone to a customer. And
Yeah, but that's in your control.
No, it wasn't in my control. I didn't know I was going to get blacklisted. I didn't blacklist the phone myself. I didn't finance the phone myself. So that was out of my control. He hit me up. He's like, yo, you sold me a bad phone. And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, it got blacklisted. I was like, no fucking way. This guy, after like 7 months, I sold him the phone 7 months ago or like 8 months ago. Like, oh, wait, what month are we on? We're in the 5th month? I sold it to him in like
So
November.
you stole
October, like 8 months ago.
Did you steal a phone?
No, I bought it from somebody else who had it financed and they stopped paying for it. Or they stole it and I didn't know about it, but I don't think that. So, dude, he hits me up and he's like,
could that be technically an accomplice to a crime?
No, because I didn't know. But so he hits me up. He's like, dude, my phone's blacklisted. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, bro, I can't call people. I'm like, all right, go to this guy, to this phone store, and he's gonna hook you up, and he's gonna help you fix it. Apparently, they don't fix phones like that. So I'm like, oh shit, all right. Then this guy, he already owes me $200 for this other phone I sold him. So now it's
You
like
have to take the loss.
So it's like no, because he already owes me money. He owes me money right now, and phones depreciate. So here's what happened: when he bought the phone from me, he bought it for $300, and he traded in his iPhone 8 and then I sold that for $180. So I made $480, but I bought the phone that I sold him for $335. So what's $480 minus $335? Let me pull out my trusty calculator. $145 profit. So I made $145 on that deal. And so I told him, I was like, all right, he knew how much I sold it for somehow. I don't know how. Actually, no, I think I sold the phone for more, but I told him like a lower price so he didn't feel bad. So I made more than like $145. But then I was like, listen, You think I made 480? All right, here. 480 minus the 200 you owe me. That's 180 or 280. And I'll give you 150 in cash rebate for selling you a bad phone because you already owe me 200. So now we're down to like what, 130? And I was like, you could sell the phone that you have for parts and you could probably recover 50, 60 bucks. So now you're down to 70 bucks. But phones depreciate, so I'm not giving you that 70 bucks. He gets mad. He's like, man, I'm out of work. I can't really afford that, man. I need a fucking phone. I'm like, bro, if you're out of work, why do you need a fucking phone? You just need Wi-Fi, right? If you're at your house all damn day. So I'm like, listen, bro, this is what happens when you don't pay your shit back. So
Dang, you're really hustling the fuck out of this dude.
No, I didn't hustle anything. He should have fucking paid me in the beginning. I would have replaced his phone, no charge. But this guy was playing too many games. He didn't want to pay me more money. But, I mean, I ended up taking kind of a loss because I made like 150-ish on the phone. I'm going to have to give him back 150. But I didn't make any money on the other phone either because he never paid me back that. So I'm taking a loss on that phone. The profit on the other phone was supposed to be like 160, but he never paid me the 200. So like I'm going to be down 40 over there. So I pretty much made no money off this customer. It was pretty much like a short-term savings account, putting my money into some phones and selling them. It's pretty ass. I thought that was pretty interesting. I had to talk about it.
All I got from that is like,
I'm a loan shark. Did you know that? I have guys who come to me and ask for money, like to borrow money.
I'm just hearing a lot of gang and like mafia shit right now, bro.
Gang and mafia shit from selling used phones? What the hell?
Well, no, first of all, loan sharks are primarily like mafia because they screw you over with high interest rates, and then if you don't pay your money, they come and kill you. So that's what I was hearing. Well, like this guy didn't want to give me my money, so I went to go get my money.
No, I didn't get shit. He came to me with one of the other phones that was fucked up. He still owed me money, 200. So I did the math, and I was like, all right, I'll give you 150, and we're even. He got mad because he's like, what do you mean 150? What the hell? I'm like, bro, you never paid me back for the other phone. He's like, no shit, man. I'm out of work. I can't afford that. I'm like, you should have paid me back when you had the money because I know you had the money at one point, and you just never paid me back. People got to be better with their money, man. People fucking suck. People don't do the due diligence to understand money. It's a little angering for me. A little frustrating.
Are you still a virgin?
Yeah, I am 100% still a virgin. And I'm proud to say. I'm saving it for marriage, man. Like, I think I'm going to go hard and saving it for marriage. Literally go hard. Literally.
You want to talk? Let's not talk about your pocket pussy, bro.
I think I already exposed myself in a different podcast. If you want to go see.
Maybe just link to that podcast. I don't really want to talk about it.
Yeah, let's link to that podcast. We never really got over all the questions he asked me. He had so many questions, but I never got to many of them.
I mean, if I were your brother and I found that out, I'd have a lot of questions too.
I just don't see the problem in having a pocket pussy. What the hell?
I don't want to get into it.
All right, let's call it Passion Cup.
Nope.
All right, we're done talking about the Passion Cup?
Yeah. Yep.
All right, we're done talking about sex life. Gotcha.
Yeah.
What do you think about mounting the manicure?
I have no clue what that means.
Like spanking the gorilla. What do you think about that?
Spanking what gorilla?
Making the monkey in your pants. Jerking off. Did I really have to say it like that? Come on, man.
It's bad. It's instant gratification.
All right, so let's talk about that.
All right, let's go.
Let's talk about instant gratification as a whole. Like, what do you think of our world that we live in? Like, how instant gratification is just.
We have everything at an instant, and
I know that
it's so easy to go for that dopamine intoxication.
Like 1 day shipping, like when you order something on Amazon and you know that shit's gonna show up the next morning.
And you get stuff instantly, right? But so basically that dopamine, every time, so you're getting a lot of dopamine hits in your head, and you don't feel the same highs you do in regular stuff. So let's take masturbation, for example.
Ooh.
If you jerk off every day, then when you actually have sex, you're not going to get the same feeling, right? You're going to like masturbating more.
So used to the instant, the
instant gratification. You're like, I actually have to work for it. Fuck that.
Yeah, you
You
have
see
to
what I mean?
dinner, you have to go like ruffle up her feathers. You got to take her home, undress her, lick her pussy, and then finally fuck her. Like there's so many damn steps to this shit. Like it's like a science, man. Like literally jerking off. Get a hard on, watch some porn, and yeah.
To that action again.
Nah, I'm good. I'm good.
Just gonna make a meme. That's the micro content right there.
Oh my god.
Yeah. No, but no. And same thing with like going on Instagram and trying to like seek that validation through Instagram and just
Like,
swiping up like a lottery thing.
Like-
The same thing. Snapchat too. Posting a little Snapchat story of so people can swipe up and respond to you and say shit. That is just like you just want to be validated.
Yeah.
And it's just an easier way of you actually achieving what you want to achieve or like you validating yourself. And
Think about how easy it is to like date online on this device compared to like now. I mean, compared to back then when they didn't have these devices, they had to go do all that extra work in terms of communication and all that. Yo, I went on a run today.
fucking finally, Jesus.
What's that?
So who really motivated? Was it me or you? Well,
I'd say David Goggins and Gary Vee. It's all about gratitude.
I was
I don't know.
I was showing you some. Let's be honest here. I was showing you some straight like what the fuck are you doing, bro? I really don't. Especially after the last failed podcast we tried to record.
I acknowledge your effort into trying to get me out of my slump. But you remember when I sent you the video of Richard Uzi on YouTube?
Yeah.
He was really the one who like got me out of here, dude. Like he really, I don't know, man. He did like the whole God topic. God didn't put you here for no reason. You have a lot more to live up to. Stop being lazy. Stop jerking off.
Stop playing Fortnite for 24 hours a day.
And he said this guy who follows him saves 17 hours a week just by like dropping his gaming addiction. Which, by the way, I will not be doing, but I'll limit my gaming. But I'm not giving up Fortnite yet.
Dude, I just think like I stopped gaming a while ago. And I do like gaming. I do like a single player game. But the reason I like a single player game is because when it's done, it's done. Right? Do you know what I mean? You play through the story and then you're done after you're done. So you can play like you can go on a binge for like at least 12 and 13 hours and then you're done after that. And that's what I like about a single player game.
I don't know what game you're talking about.
Fucking Red Dead, GTA, fucking
You finish those games.
Fallout 4.
Finish them from start to end in 13 hours? How?
I was just giving an example. I finished Fallout in about 2 days.
That's crazy. But so yeah, I went on a run. It was 2.66 miles. I brought my brother with me, and he was bitching the whole time. My feet hurt. My back hurts. My legs hurt. Bro, he had a bowl of cereal before we went. Real milk, not almond milk. Like I could hear how much pain he was in from his breathing. I was like,
Did he keep the same pace as you, or is he slower?
Oh, he at about 0.75 miles, he started walking. I kept going until 1.5. I ran back, and he was still like barely any further than he was when I ran away from him. He jogged like a little bit on the way back, and then he like gave up.
Dude, I'm proud of you.
Who?
You.
I left my brother behind. How is that something to be proud of? Where's the pride?
I mean, you still took him out. Leaving him behind was on him.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I can respect that.
Also, fuck my validation. You don't need anyone else's validation.
Oh no, I already thought that in my head. Gary Vee says, "Don't listen to people's compliments or negative thoughts, opinions." So, yeah, wrap it up from there. It was a good talk. Everybody, go out there, get some sunlight, at least 20 minutes a day. Thank you, Richard Uzi. I'm gonna get this clip and tag him in an Instagram post. Thank you, Richard Uzi, for getting me out of my slump. Hector, fuck you. You didn't do shit. And we're going to call that a finished podcast. Tune in for more. Hashtag
Hold up.
Ah, come on. That was a good ending. That was a good outro.
Nah, I didn't get to say anything. All right, goodbye, guys. Fuck you.
Hey! We'll fail in LA. The thing is, if we fail, we just come right back and we live life. You can always apply for another college. It's not like it's just you could always do.
It's not.
The thing is, if it was really for the college degree, you would just go to community college and get that shit out of the way. You do the first 2 years in community college, do the second 2 years in LSU, South University, and you get that paper. And guess what? You feel uncomfortable with me saying that because realistically, that piece of paper